Hold on. So I was just telling y'all how life been going. Because life has brand new meaning. Hey, it's going to be a brighter day, brighter day, brighter day, brighter day, brighter day, brighter day. I never knew I could be so. That song is in my head, but me and Kurt Franklin beefing right now because he like to twerk in Jamaica. Why is you twerking in Jamaica? You is Kirk Franklin. Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. That's you, bro. You don't twerk. And we don't twerk. We don't do that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't judge because I be outside a little bit too, but I'm not making gospel albums talking about, do you want a revolution? Woo, woo, and then going to twerk to it. I don't know. I don't know about all that. My grandma said I can't speak on, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak on God's disciples and, you know what I'm saying, God's anointed, but God didn't say make gospel albums for decades and then go twerk in Jamaica. He didn't say that, so I don't know. But walk it like I talk it though. Walk it like I talk it. I'll explain. I'm gonna break down the live is to break down what it's about. So walk it like I talk it means I'm walking literally what I'm saying. Like if I'm saying you not gonna make it past a certain level without learning how to forgive, it's because I walked it. I lived in anguish before. I lived in anger before. Shoot. Man, what? When I was going through it, it was her fault, my mama's fault. It was everybody's fault. They did me wrong. I did this, but look what they did. And I was just like, so, you keep walking in anger and anguish every day, ain't nothing changing. Do something different. So that's what I did. I was just like, every day I wake up in anger and anguish, I wake up drained. I go to bed, I'm going to bed drained. I couldn't keep doing that. So I had watched, what it was is summer of 2024. I was staying in Austin. I was working 2 jobs. I was working at DTLR full time as supervisor, and I was working at Home Goods part time. And at Home Goods, like honestly, y'all, I can't listen to music the whole time. Like I can't have no loud in my ear the whole time. So what I did was I listened to sermons. I worked there from 5:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so when I was working at Home Goods, I was listening to Sarah Jakes Roberts sermons, and she was talking about grace. And she was just like, you're not going to make it if you don't forgive, basically. And I listened, I'm just like, man, she keep talking about grace. And she was just like, that grace is why you're still alive today. That grace is why you made it through the first situation. That grace got you through the second situation. So why would you think that grace won't get you through the third situation? That's basically what I got from it. So I was listening, I'm just like, you know what? If God can forgive me, I can forgive me. If God can forgive me, I can forgive everybody. Who am I not to forgive? For real. I do so much crazy stuff every day. Every day. I bet you it was one person who got to forgive my tone, who got to forgive me rolling my eyes, who got to forgive whatever. They got to forgive me. Oh, it's a bumblebee. Oh, Jesus, I don't do bees. I got to learn to stop being some bugs. That's not my thing. I don't know. But I was just like, you know what? It's so many people who've had to forgive me. I do stupid stuff. Like I used to lie. I used to lie for no reason. Especially when it came to like relationships, like what? Lie quick. Tell lie quick. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. So I used to just lie. But now it's just like, why would you? Now it's just like, why would you lie? What do you get out of lying? You can bring more problems. You gotta tell a lie on top of a lie to get to the main idea of the first lie. You gotta tell more lies and extend the lie and then practice the lie so you don't mess up your story. Who is doing that? I'm not doing it. Sorry, y'all. Lana had called me, but I had did so much, man. Like, Well, and I was going through so much too. Like, I had did so much that people had to forgive me for. And then I was going through so much to forgive other people for. And I know I keep stressing it, but like, really, this is what made me understand the concept of grace is having to forgive the person who pushed me out. Like, for real, like, man, like, forgiving the lies, forgiving the manipulations, forgiving the intent, it was so hard. And like I said in my video, without the strength to forgive, you don't have nothing. If I didn't have the strength to forgive that, God wouldn't have got me through that trial and tribulation for me to forgive something else, for me to get higher, for me to go on another level. Because if I didn't learn how to forgive that, I couldn't forgive nothing. If you can't forgive what's on level 3, you can't go to level 10 straight up. That's straight up what he told me. You got to forgive where you at, to remember where you at, in order to master the formula of grace. You have to master the formula of forgiveness. You have to practice it. First of all, you got to go through it to practice it, right? So I went through it. Then I practiced it. I'm like, okay, because I had to keep forgiving her. I had to keep forgiving different people. I had to forgive my manager. I had to forgive friends. I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive a lot. I had to forgive a lot of things. I had to forgive a lot. And so when I forgave so many things, it put me on so many different levels. Like, okay, this person did this to you, so I was on level 3 when I had to forgive that. Now I'm on level 5. Like, hey, look, yeah, they was being envious, or they stole from me, or they took from me. Level 5, so I done went through that before. Let me forgive that. Okay, now I'm going through envy. Okay, I got to go through that. Y'all, we got to go through these things. I don't care how old you. What up, little cuz? I don't care how old you is. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what school you can go to LSU. You can go to Central Carolina University. You gonna go through something. You feel what I'm saying? And whatever you go through, you got to have the strength to forgive it. Because if you don't forgive what you're going through, you never gonna make it out. And that was the biggest thing. So Walk It Like I Talk It, it's on YouTube now. But I had went through a season in college, you know what I'm saying? And I was in college. I was a sophomore in college, so I'm still a baby. If you're a sophomore, you're still a baby. Bruh, everything, it just hit me like a fire. First of all, I contributed to it. My stepmom had to remind me that the other day, because I was like, yeah, I ain't getting into another situation like the other one, because blah. But like, you contributed to that situation, and I did. But it was like going through a fire. It was like a never-ending fire. From 9/11, let me tell you something, 9/11 will forever be like, it's like a weird day for me. I don't know why, but for the past, how long it's been? What year was that? 2022? Since 9/11, maybe 2021, I don't know. But since 9/11 to 2021, that day is so weird for me. September is not my month, okay? Well, now it is my month. I plan to conquer that month every year now. Every year that month, I might just do something extravagant just because I went through it. And now I ain't going through it. And now September, my month. You feel me? But September, I was going through so much, man. 9/11 was so weird. 9/11, it hit me. It's like I was going through a fire, man. Fire that only tears could put out. You feel me? And I was going through it, right? I was going through it. I was walking through the fire, man. Through the fire, man, it's like, I don't know, it's like I was holding up a torch and I was burning everything. Like I said in the video a year ago today, bruh, everything changed for me for the good. Really for the good. At first, I thought it was for the bad. Cause I'm just like, bro, what is going on? Like, life usually doesn't work for me this way. Let me tell you how, like, life used to work for me. I could quit a job and get a higher paying job the next week. That's how life used to work for me. Let me tell you something. when I started college, right? I started college working at the Athlete's Foot. I was supposed to transfer from the Athlete's Foot in Sanford to the Athlete's Foot in South Point. It didn't work out that way. I ended up going to Finish Line, getting higher pay, and had a higher position. Quit Finish Line February because they had me messed up. Went to Crocs, higher pay, same position. Part-time instead of full-time though, right? Went to Crocs. Maybe like a month and a half in at Crocs, 2 months, start working back full-time at the Athlete's Foot. Not exactly the same pay, but I was full-time. You feel what I'm saying? 2-3 months there, got a raise. I'm talking about $2-3 more, not 25 cents, like $2-3 more. I went from what? I think I went from working $12.50 an hour to $15 an hour. Like, I'm telling you, like, life used to work out for me like that. Without, I was not a Christian. I really wasn't. I was living in the world, no faith, nothing. I was living off the strength of me and whatever I was doing. I was on Asia timing, not God timing. Okay? When I quit the Athlete's Foot, I was expecting for life to work out the same way it always worked out for me. I had planned to go back to Finish Line, and I had green light to go back. It didn't work out that way. Life not going to work out on your timing all the time. God set me down. I was out of work for, from late September to early November. I was out of work, and that was not my norm. You feel what I'm saying? So when I'm telling y'all in the video on YouTube, I was going through it, and it had came full circle. You feel me? And I had went from this to this, and it was a complete 360. I mean it. You feel what I'm saying? I was out of work. I said I call myself bumming and pimping, right? Yo, when I mean that, I swear I do. I'm talking, boy, I'm thinking, you feel me? I can juggle, right? I'm like, all right, boom, bam, boom. I'm about to go here. I'm about to chill, like, for a couple hours. I'm about to go over here, spend the night, do the same thing tomorrow, right? But I ain't had no job. How you bumming and pimping, bruh? That's for real. I had to think about it like, you don't have no job. Ain't no income coming in. So, yeah, your time going out and all this stress and giving out your body, yeah, because I'm going to be real with y'all. That's all I was doing. I really felt like at the time, that's really all I was good for. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm over here bumming and pimping. I had to look in the mirror. I'm just like, bruh, ain't no way you, like, for real. And I know some people tell me, like, everything ain't meant to be on the media, but God don't give me testimony to waste. And my testimony is not my own. My life ain't even my own. Like, I'm walking in whatever path he got for me. Like, when I say bumming and pimping, this is a definition of bumming and pimping. Let me tell you. You sit up there laying in the bed with somebody, know dang well can't stand you, right? Because you out here doing so much craziness. Shit, the only way you going to have gas in your car that day to go to interviews. You feel me? And shit, the only way you going to eat that night, even if it's just McDonald's. That's a fact. But what? I'm talking about bumming and pimping. What? I used to be happy. We go to McDonald's and she get me a McChicken. What? Ate all day. Straight up. I got tired of asking my daddy for money. And I know he's tired of me asking him for money. But I was going through so much craziness, bro. And I had to sit, and I really had to sit and reflect and look at myself. I'm just like, Asia, you so much better than what you doing right now. And that's straight up, like, you so much more than what you moving. Like, you comfortable like that? You comfortable or just eat one chicken a day? Or every other day? Hold on. You comfortable like that? No. Now what I will say is why I wasn't at work. Why was I at work? I had caught a case, right? I had caught a case, and a pending charge is worse than being guilty or innocent. I tell y'all this on my second episode with YNs versus YEs. A pending charge is worse than being guilty or innocent, no matter how minuscule it is. But ain't no charge minuscule. You still in the system either way it go. You getting processed. You gotta get your mug shot. You get your fingerprint. You in there with criminals, and you might not even be on that level of criminality, but you in here with rapists. You in here with people who molest kids. You in here with murderers. You in here with serial killers. You got to sit next to those type of people. You feel what I'm saying? That's not no room that you want to be in. I was in rooms like that. I made decisions like that. I made choices like that. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I mean by being down bad. That's really what I mean. Yes, I'm a substitute teacher now. Yes, I'm a college student. I was a college student when I was going through it. Yes, I'm a child of God now. But when I'm saying I was going through it, I'm talking, you got to get your mug shot. You got to get your fingerprint. You got to get processed. You in the system. You feel what I'm saying? Your mug shot is up here to the public. You feel what I'm saying? So when I'm telling y'all I was down bad and I went through it, I mean it. So walk it like I talk it means I'm walking in what I'm talking. I'm not just talking bullshit to y'all. If I ain't go through it, I wouldn't tell you. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, September was really a lot. September of 2023 was really a lot for me because I went through all that. I had caught a charge, and it did have you know what I'm saying, something to do with my relationship. And that's what made it harder, you know what I'm saying? Because I was still back and forth in that relationship as I have my charge, as I'm going through court. Literally, y'all want to know where I went after I took my mugshot and after I got my fingerprints? When they took my mugshot, right after I had got processed and signed myself out at the magistrate, I went right back to her. You feel me? But that situation and my choices in that situation, and really our choices between the both of us, was why I was in that situation in the first place. You feel what I'm saying? And I felt so low. I never felt so low in my life. Got my mama sitting in the waiting room as I'm getting my mugshot taken, and I'm in college, and I'm her oldest. And for my sisters, I'm the one who started the legacy. No, you know, like small you got to feel to go through that, bruh. That's what I went through. So I'm telling y'all, for me to be in college, almost have it taken away from me, I probably still got my Title IX out with the school. They ain't never tell me it was closed, but I don't ask no questions. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just keep doing what I'm doing, keep working. You know what I'm saying? Keep persevering, keep pursuing. But I'm saying, college is the best thing that I would say, one of the best things that could ever happen to me, right? And for that to be almost stripped from me, it broke my heart. It really did. I was finna transfer. I was finna be around. I already know at first I was finna be around, but I was finna transfer for real. Because I couldn't deal. I was trying to run away from Durham. I really was. Because it stopped feeling like home. You know what I'm saying? It stopped feeling like home. It started, I don't know, like just being in the city started feeling more like anger and anguish. Like I'm saying in my video on YouTube, that's what I'm saying. Y'all go watch it. It's only 12 minutes and it's not an hour. It's not a podcast episode. It's literally August 29th of 2024 to March 27th, 2025. Showing you everything I said I was going to do, I did it. In a matter of months. I don't play no games when it comes to this. You think I play when it comes to this? I don't. Because once I was down bad one time. It took me one time. Trust and believe me. All you got to do is show Monet one time. Swear I'm going to fix it up. And that's what I did, man. And like I said, going back to the whole Durham thing. When I first got to Durham, y'all, my heart was so warm. I was so happy to be there. Because, and I'll be honest with y'all, like, it's my first place I stayed outside of Sanford, you know what I'm saying? And Durham, to me, it gave me a broader outlook on what life could be. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's just Durham. And I know people born and raised in Durham, they're like, Durham ain't nothing. Like, Durham is Durham. But Durham to me was, you can make it out of Sanford, and you can be way bigger than you ever thought for yourself. You can start something. You can put your imprint on this earth. That's what I felt when I stepped foot on Central's campus. And for that to be almost taken away from me, it broke my spirit. It broke my heart. I felt like I was done for. I didn't know what else to do. I just felt like I was done. So I was living for the day. I was living for the day. I said, what's going to benefit me today? How am I going to get through today? Who's spending the night with me tonight? Because I couldn't, I was so toxic. I was so insecure. I didn't have validation from myself. I needed validation from others, which is why I say I was giving out my body a lot. You feel me? Hold on. No, not a lot. I don't know. I ain't like y'all. I ain't giving out my body to 17 different people. You know what I'm saying? I was in between, and I was juggling with 2 baseballs. You feel what I'm saying? And baseballs, because baseballs are hard, and they's hard-headed. And I'm hard-headed, too. You know what I'm saying? But you sitting up here trying to juggle baseballs, and you don't know how to juggle. You never practice the formula of juggling, right? You never practice the fundamentals. First of all, ain't no fundamentals to being stupid. That's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? And it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's just a waste. And I just contradicted myself. Not a waste, because every loss for me has been a lesson. If I ain't go through that, Asia wouldn't be where she is today. You know what I'm saying? And thank God for those situations and for those people. But no. It was too much going on. And so here go that bumblebee again, y'all. My stepmom talking about they don't sting. I don't know. I don't do no bumblebee. But man, it was a lot. September was a lot. Y'all might think it's funny, but I'm being for real. And sometimes I think it's funny, and maybe people won't understand. But it was like I said, my own decisions. Like I said, I had put myself into a predicament where I mean, I don't know how many losses I took. How many losses I took at one time? I'll sit here and count them out to you. 1, 2, 3, and lost myself. I had lost time, and lost my job, lost money, lost energy, right? Dignity, and pride. Pride probably was one of my biggest things, because outside of F the relationship bullshit, that, y'all, September, I was out here tweaking. Do you hear me? I was a crash out. The definition of a crash out was me. I was out here, I was walking around with a hammer, okay? Think I'm playing? I'm not. I'm so for real. Y'all think Kanye is crazy? Kanye? You think Kanye was crazy? Oh no, Sister Girl was out here tripping. And it's really not funny, but I got to smile to talk about this, because I'm really over here thinking about it like, what? I was walking around here with a hammer. Not here, in Sanford, in Durham. I was walking around Central with a hammer, ready to put the hammer, and I'm not talking about a gun. I'm literally talking about the actual tool that you used to bang in stuff. Yo, I was walking around with a hammer. Anybody that pissed me off, I threatened with my hammer. Not even gonna get to you. September 2023, I was in this big friend group, right? And one of the girls I was friends with, she had a girlfriend. And I don't particularly get along with studs, dykes, whatever. Whatever people want to identify themselves as, I don't identify myself as, but I don't identify as that. Anyway, so her, she had a girlfriend. And I guess that girlfriend didn't like me, or her girlfriend was talking about me, whatever. And it got on the social media. Now, I had grew out the social media thing at that point already. She had did something on the media, you know what I'm saying? So I pull up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I pull up with a hammer. For real. I went to EL. So, somebody was with me. Matter of fact, somebody was with me. She talking about, I'll drive you up there. I said, I don't want to drive up there. She said, it's finna rain. I said, I don't care about none of that. I'm walking. I got my hammer, right? So I'm walking. And then I'm looking for the girl. So I go to Ruffin. I'm trying to get my friend's room key to EL, because I'm trying to go to EL and see what's up with this girl who talking junk. Mind you, I got a hammer. And do you think I'm going over there to give her condolences? Do you think I'm going up there to give her a hug? No, I was going up there to smash her face in. And that's real talk. That's real talk. So with the EL, the person I was with at the time trying to cut me down. So I ain't hearing none of that. She really couldn't tell me nothing. Really couldn't tell me nothing. My friends was like, chill out. But at the same time, they was egging it on because you had called me in the first place. That's why I said stop having these fake friends around you. Friends, what did she say? She said they enable your behavior, but then get mad at you when you act on it. Yes, that was a fact. So I had went to Ruffin, Kimura on here. I had went to Ruffin, right, to go get their key to go to EL. Had my hammer in my pocket. They weren't trying to give me the key, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave, right? I leave. Yeah, I was not going back to George Street. I left, and I went to EL, and I waited for somebody to open that door. I ran through the door. The person who was with me at the time, she trying to run after me, all that. Man, I wasn't trying to hear none of it. None of it. Bro, the elevator, wasn't working or whatever. Michaela and whoever I was friends with at the time it pulled up. Man, I won't hear none of that. I run up the stairs. I'm going to check in on what you're trying to say. What you was saying on the net. I go up there, I swear to God, I go up there with this hammer in my pocket. Her girlfriend came to the door. She said, oh, she won't talk about you. She got beef with somebody else on campus. I mean, even though that was cap, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was. So I left, you know what I'm saying? I chilled out. Next day, maybe the day or two, whatever, the girl started yapping again, I guess on the live or whatever. So I pulled back up. This time I come with a bigger hammer. Again, y'all ain't talking about no guns. I'm talking about an actual tool. Bang, bang. Put the nail in the wood. I pull up. No. I ain't pull up. My car was messed up. I had my mama car. And I said, I can't pull up in my mama car at the Hillside. We pulled up at Hillside Park. When we be doing the day parties, that's where we pulled up the fight. Go to Hillside Park. I got this hammer. I was going to... I ain't going to incriminate myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the statute of limitation is for communicating threats, because I'm not getting another communicating threat charge. That's dead. I ain't doing that. How do I say this? So, okay, we pull up, right? I had this hammer. Bam, boom. What you think I got the hammer for fun? I was gonna use it. Because for me, like, if we fighting, like, I feel like we fighting to the death. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fight you, you know what I'm saying, hit you, punch you 5 times, and it just be that. No. If we're fighting, like, to me, that's fighting to the death, because you're trying to harm my person. And I'm trying to harm your person. For good. I'm not trying to harm your person temporarily. We pull up at Hillside with the hammer. You know what I'm saying? Thank God, and this was God, for me and for her. This was God for me, because I ain't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? I didn't harm nobody with the weapon. It wasn't an attempted murder with a deadly weapon or anything like that. How you doing? You good? I was just saying. So it wasn't attempted murder or anything like that. It's okay. You with Cedric, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't attempted murder or anything like that. But it really was God holding me back from doing what I had intended to do. And also, thank God, like, for her end, because she didn't get harmed in the way that I had intended. And so that's what I mean by bro, September was more than just relationship problems. F the relationships. Nobody, F it. It was more than that. I was fighting myself. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting, like, when people say they fight demons, I was fighting demons. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting myself. I was fighting my pride. Man, I was fighting my mental. Mental health has always been, you know what I'm saying, a struggle for me. And I may not show it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. I've always battled with that. And, like, even in Sanford, like, people would tell you, I used to do crazy. I wasn't, like, you know what I'm saying, a loony ball, but, like, somebody was messing with me. I used to pull up with a pocket knife. I had my pocket knife on me. My mama used to take my pocket knives all the time, man. She said, you gonna hurt somebody one day. I was. Because people was gonna start messing with me. And I was 3-0. You know what I'm saying? So, mental health has always been a battle for me, and also pride, too. I remember, like, what was it? in high school, man, at first, because I was going through depression. And at first started out just taking sleeping pills because I wanted to sleep throughout the day. I didn't want to feel whatever emotions I was feeling, and I didn't want to face what I was feeling. I didn't want to face myself. I didn't want to face my own emotions. I didn't want to face my own mental, so I used to just take sleeping pills, and I would sleep all day. But then my body got immune to the sleeping pills. So, and my mama had made me stop taking the sleeping pills too. One time I had took 6 of them. I didn't want to wake back up, straight up. I know, and I knew what I was doing. It didn't really work out that way. I mean, I was knocked out for like, you know what I'm saying, I don't remember how long it was, probably half the day, 12 hours or something like that. But, so that's how, you know what I'm saying, I had started off. So my mental health has came a long way. That's what I mean by walk it like I talk it. Like, I don't get on my podcast and I don't just, you know what I'm saying, go out through the world and give advice or give advice to my friends and family, and I ain't never been through it. I'm only telling you because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about suicidal thoughts. What? September 2023, that same hammer I was going to hit that girl with that same night, I was on the Jesus steps at Central. Okay? The same night. Like, what? I was going to take that hammer to my own head. What you saying? Like I said, not a gun. I was really going to harm myself with the tool that you use to build stuff with. My ear just texts me talking about, what's wrong with your location? Why is it still showing where you was at 2 days ago? Honey, I don't know. I don't know. I'm at home. Look at the live. You see I'm at home. Anyway, Lord help my ear, Jesus. She need to reload her phone or something. But, I was really, you know, you talking about suicidal thoughts. That's the lowest. That's what I mean. When I say the lowest of the low for me, I was trying to take my own life. That's what I mean. And so for people who have suicidal thoughts, you're not by yourself. It's a lot of, and for people who never had suicidal thoughts, but you got family members and friends out here, man, and they could be just like me, walk around smiling all day. Every time I get a customer, oh, hey, what's up? You know what I say? I'm going to get your shoe size. I'm going to help you out. And I'm struggling. I'm struggling to wake up in the morning. Struggling to go to class. Struggling to look at myself in the mirror. Struggling to take a shower. I'm struggling. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by the lowest of the low. Struggling to come up with words. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I mean. Life really, it came full circle because when I told myself I wasn't who I thought I was, I wasn't strong. I told myself, you're not strong. I told myself, you weak. I told myself that. And said, look at you, you pitiful. You on the damn stairs crying, about to end your whole shit. And it was deeper. It was deeper than just what I was going through. It was deeper than the beef. The little fake bullshit beef with somebody. I don't think I'm better than nobody, I tell you that, but honey. Somebody, you can't beef with nobody who don't even have the mindset to amount to who you are right now. You know what I'm saying? In less than 15,000 a year. You cannot beef with nobody who you in college and they doing whatever. Maybe they stealing from their job or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't beef with people like that. You can't beef with people. People is people. You imperfect, they imperfect. Why is you beefing with people? So, is they paying your bills? No. Okay, don't beef with them. Cool, it just solved your issues right there. But when I was on the Jesus steps of my university, who made it feel like it was home. I was sitting on top of the Jesus steps of my university that I felt had turned their back on me. I was on the Jesus steps of God dog, bruh. You wanna know what they don't tell you? when it comes to being transparent and being vulnerable, you they don't tell you, bro. Like, it come with a lot. It come. That's why I haven't really been active, like, to be honest. Because my last episode, please excuse my behavior, it really took a lot out of me. Because it took a lot just to do it, and it was on the fly. It took a lot out of me, and honestly, like, I don't even watch the episode anymore. I don't know. It takes a lot. But to sit on the Jesus steps and I really contemplated on taking my life. And that was the last time I had called that 1-800 hotline number. I be telling y'all about that suicide hotline number. And people really do help. Like, they'll sit and listen to you. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you and talk you out of it. And by no means was I close to God at that time. So I hadn't even thought about praying. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like, what am I here for? For real. I really felt like that. I felt, what am I here for? I keep destroying everything I touch. Destroying everybody I touch. Every time I walk in a line of a trail of fire come behind me, I said, what am I here for? Why am I in college? They trying to kick me out. They think I'm an aggressor. They think that I'm just here to cause havoc. Why am I here? That's really what I said on them steps. And you know what I'm saying, the person, one of the people I was, you know what I'm saying, in relationship with at the time, you know what I'm saying, anytime like I did something that would piss her off or whatever, she'd send a paragraph and she'd tell me how terrible of a person I was and how bad of a person I was and all this craziness. And I really did believe it though. Like, words do hold a lot, and I really did believe it. And it's not to victimize myself by any means. I'm just saying, like, the same thing she was thinking, honey, I was thinking it too. So I can't act other than what I think of myself right now. You feel what I'm saying? I cannot be honest if I think that I'm a liar. I cannot be consistent if I think that I don't hold no weight. Sweetheart. And I mean sweetheart that is in the world, okay? And this is for everybody. I cannot love anybody or anything if I could not love myself. I didn't love myself, so that means anybody that I said I loved or anything I said I loved, it was love with conditions, or it wasn't loved at all because I didn't even love myself. What's this year, 2025? Okay, when did I gain self-esteem? Ooh, Jesus. When did I gain self-esteem, y'all? Where the timeline at? Y'all know I love giving you specific dates and months and years and all this. Because the process is really so important to me. My case had got dismissed January. When did I gain self-esteem? August of 24. I have less than a year of self-esteem. I'm 21 years old. I haven't had self-esteem my whole life. Up until now. Oh, girl. Shoot. When I got some self-esteem, boy, when I learned, like when I mastered the formula of self, and I really can look at the self right now, I'm looking at the self in my camera and I look good. Outside of I look good, but I'm doing good. That's what I can tell myself. And I'm proud of me. To say that to yourself, to be able to look in the mirror and say that to myself, it's taken 20 years. I didn't have self-esteem 20 years of my life. I'm 21. Self-esteem is new to me. Gained self-esteem August 2024. It is almost May of 2025 within a couple of days. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So 9 months of self-esteem. Almost a year. And it's taking a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm really not fond of insects, so if I see one, I see one. And I had to move away from it. But so it's taking a lot. So to go from being on them stairs trying to end my life because I didn't have any self-esteem. I didn't have the oomph to tell myself, Asia, you gonna make it through this. Like I could tell myself right now, if I'm going through anything, I could say, Asia, you gonna make it through this. You wouldn't know why? Because God holding my hand through it. Because I'm made in his eyes. That's why. Because y'all want to know why I got self-esteem? God gave his only son to die for our sins. And once I got saved, once you get saved, you're saved. Your repentance is your cleanse. Yo, once I realized that God gave his son for our sins in order for us to be clean every day, in order for us to be forgiven every day, you wake up with repentance. Lord, self-esteem, it came. And self-esteem not only just in self, but maybe this is a new word. I just created it. Faith-esteem. That's finna be a new podcast episode titled Faith Esteem. I gained self-esteem and faith-esteem. And that's why I can wake up every day with my head up. I could wake up and I can smile. And I wake up smiling and I wake up listening to music. And before I leave the house, I anoint myself with oil and I pray. I got the oomph to wake up now. I'm happy. When I wake up in the morning, thank you, Jesus. And I wake up. Now, hold on now. I don't wake up happy every day. I'm not a liar. I'm not going to lie to you. Monet don't wake up happy every day. Sometimes I wake up a little drained. I wake up not want to go to work. I wake up annoyed. See, I don't even know what type of bug this is. You feel what I'm saying? Why is this? When you on the porch, all the bugs want to come. But when you in the house, you ain't see no lick of no insect. But the days that I wake up in the morning, because most days I do wake up in the morning happy, I don't take it for granted. Like, why would I wake up in the morning sad and feel like the world owed me something, like the same position I was in 2023 and it's 2025? That's 2 years ago. If you're in the same position that you was in 2 years ago and it ain't progressive, you need to do something different. There's something wrong. There's no way. And honey, and you can't be with nobody who make you feel like that. If you laying next to somebody and the reason you wake up drained is because they next to you, kick them the helly out. They got to go. Like, it don't make any sense. It really doesn't. It can all be so simple. Lauryn Hill said it. But you rather make it hard. And I'm not talking about you as your partner. I'm talking about you, yourself. Certain things, you want to know what? Most times, the reason why my life was hard in certain periods is because the decisions that I made and the people that I decided to be around. My decisions, my mindset. Then I said, my decisions, my mindset. And then I said, you know what? F that. And F that mindset. We got to do something different. So you want to know what I did? I took the 3, the 6, and the 0 and turned it around. Hello. Turned it around. Harley. Get over here. I'm on live, and I got to fuss at you because you over here doing something you ain't got no business doing. Anyway, I took the 3, the 6, and the 0 and did a... I'm going to show you how I did it. Just like this right here. And I did it slow because things take time. It took months. Things take years. Things took days. Some things take hours. Sometimes I reflect. For 3 hours, I'm telling you, I would sit in my room in the dark and sit up there like this. And think about what just happened. And I'll sit up there and reflect. Reflect on people trying to manipulate me. I'm saying, oh, not you tried it. You gone, cut off, you got to go. Not you lied. I'm reflecting on the lies. And then not only do I reflect on the lies, but I reflect on the intent of the lies. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing for me is what your intention was. What was your intention when you said that? What you thought this was? And even for me, Asia, what was your intention when you did that? That's why I can't really be too much fondling with folks. And by fondling, yes, I do mean relationship-wise, because I don't have time. And I'm imperfect still. Y'all, sometimes I go through it, and we all do. I be wanting me a little, you see me, a little, you know what I'm saying, something to chop it up with that week. But then next week, I don't be wanting to talk to nobody. Look, that's too much. Wake up in the morning, got a text. I'm just not at that place in life right now. I don't want to. I don't want to share me with anybody. Other than, you feel me? But like, I don't want to really share me with anybody else right now. That's just me. Not nobody who's going to sit up there and bull jive around all day. Asia don't have time. You feel me? So sometimes I got to reflect on my intent. I'm just like, okay, all right. Calm down. Calm down. You sitting up there chopping it up with this, that, and the third, and you don't even want to talk to nobody. Cut it off. That's why sometimes, most times, every need 2 hours, I think I'll be playing really like, but I had to stop doing that, right? Right? The intent. What is your intent? Is your intent long term? Is your intent to build a relationship? Is your intent to build familiarity? Excuse me, y'all. Is your intent to be in this person's life? Or is your intent to waste time because you're bored for right now? I got to check myself, and I do it all the time. That's why I stopped dealing. I don't deal with folks. Because my intent right now is just me. My intent is realignment and stabilization. Consistency, progress, and results. The biggest thing is result. Because whatever you do, you're going to do it, but some type of result's going to come out of it. Everything has a cause and effect. Effect means results. So yeah. So walk it like I talk it is showing y'all the process, the progress, and the results. The determination, the dedication, being steadfast, being mindful, being graceful, being confident, being honest. You know what I'm saying? Just believing in yourself and believing in the path that God has for you. You know what I'm saying? And I know I jump around, right, when I'm talking sometimes, and I go to this event, to that event, but all of them clash, and it really does come full circle. It really does mean something because, like I said, September of 2023, I was on the steps to take my life, and now, in March 2025, I was, you know what I'm saying, on the panel for my midterm from my podcast that I had put my mind to. The same way I had put my mind to kill myself is the same way I put my mind to say we're going to do progress and to really produce. Like, progress and produce. Produce what? Results. Green light. We're not at the yellow. Yellow light is stagnation. Red light, regression. Green light, progress, and you got and you production, progress and production. So the same, like I said, the same way I had the mindset to kill myself, same way I got the mindset to keep living. And that's really like, you know what I'm saying? I guess really my podcast is right now really just directed to mental health awareness, because before I get into anything else, I want y'all to understand why I think the way I think and how I got to where I am now. Why would you listen to somebody that you don't know? Like, bro, you get on the podcast and I'm over here saying this, that, and the third, and it sound good. Everything sound good, though. Where is the evidence? I'm showing you. That's why I want y'all to go watch Walk It Like I Talk It. It's only 12 minutes. Give it 12 minutes of your time. And hey, I'm not dropping another podcast episode till I get 100 subscribers. We at 93, so we can really do it, y'all. We can really do this thing. Let's get to 100 subscribers. Low key, though. High key. Mid key. All the keys. Let's get every episode to 100 views. What are we talking about? That's me. It's really on me because, like I said, I've been out, you know what I'm saying? I've been, you know what I'm saying, gone a little bit. This month of April, you feel me? Yeah, I know Spring Fling was around too, though. You feel me? But that last episode really did take a lot out of me, man. A lot of things I wouldn't usually say. It's a lot of things I wouldn't usually say. And me being open and transparent is really, really, really new. Anybody who know me knows this. Asia is not a touchy-feely person. I'm not a huggy person no more. Asia's not really, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really that emotional, not that tapped into my emotions. But like now, like even Kimora said, like, bro, you're so aware of your emotions. Like, I don't freaking know. Like, yeah, because if I'm not aware of how I feel or what's going on around me, I feel like I would be blindsided. Me being emotionally aware is a good thing, but it's also a defense mechanism for the world, because I'll be damned. Manipulation, you got to go. You're not, no, not doing it. Not. Discernment is really a gift. What else? Why else am I emotionally aware? Because, honey, I got to know how I feel. I can't be confused about how I feel about folks or how I feel about certain things or certain situation. I got to know how I feel. And guess what? Being emotionally aware is not just knowing how you feel, it's knowing why you feel it. Knowing why you feel the way you feel. So, yeah. Walk It Like I Talk It. It's a video. Starts August 29th of 2024. And it goes to March 27th, 2025. It shows you the progress. August 29th, I was awarded the Misses, and you know what I'm saying, the Misses of this Cobra A. Jones History Club. I was in the homecoming parade and all. Girl, in 2023, if you'd have said you're going to be a homecoming parade, I said, girl, who? Ooh, why would they do that? I got a Title IX now. The school does not like me. For real. You know what I'm saying? So to go from a Title IX to even walking in the homecoming parade was big. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really got to, boy, dang, man, I be wanting y'all to understand it so bad. Everything ain't meant to be understood. I'm just putting it out there, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? This podcast, it don't have no choice but to work. And if I got to switch things up, if I got to stop, you know what I'm saying? I got to stop being so stiff because I'm not at work. I don't have students, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, professor in the class or anything. It's not a project. It's not a presentation. I got to be a little loose. I got to let my hair down, shake my shoulders a little bit, brush things off. So thank y'all for joining the live. Appreciate y'all for listening. Hopefully this elaboration on what I was really going through and what I really meant in the video will help you understand the video a little bit more. Man, y'all continue to like, comment, share, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Monet always got something to say. If I didn't go through it, I wouldn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Monet out. I appreciate all the love and support. Please continue to push it, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't push it, just give it a look. I don't care if you look for 30 seconds. Listen to a word or something, you know what I'm saying? For real, like we all go through mental health issues. And mine has been ongoing since I was I really started cutting myself in middle school. My mental health journey has been ongoing for almost a decade now, so you know what I'm saying? Like just give it a look. If you're going through mental health, if you're going through stuff that you really can't explain or can't describe, just give it a look. You know what I'm saying? Like people just look just like you every day going through it. I would just say, oh, spill. You were just there too. But you may be going through the same thing I was going through in 2023. Take a look. You know what I'm saying? Just get another perspective and hear off of somebody who look just like you. We in the same tax bracket, and we got the same amount of student loans. So, Monet out, y'all. Peace.